Hey everyone, welcome to Studio 70. We are a new podcast or YouTube show that we started in January, and we are guided by empirical data, logic, and basically rational case analysis. So we're a type of show, if you like, that's more focused on, facts and things like that and less speculation. This is maybe the show for you. My name is Eju, and my beautiful co-host is...
Hey, I'm Shirak. Welcome to the show. Today we have a great episode for you today. Just first of all, let's go through. This is for educational entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and always just be kind to others.
And you guys have been awesome with the comments and participating in the polls. We really appreciate it. And, that helps feed our criminal virtual crime board, which we'll get to later in this episode. So stick around for that because we want to go through with this case. And also, Shrak, I have a little bit of some fun things going on later at the episode.
Yes.
What we're going to do is I set up a Family Feud style game and you guys can all play along. So after we get through the virtual crime board, we're going to play the game. And basically, it's a top 6 pieces of evidence that indicates Tim's guilt. So whether if you're familiar with the story or not familiar with the story, you can just play along. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yes. So this show is going to be about Becky. This is Bliefnick Case. It's a very interesting case because it became the popularity because it was on the Family Feud.
Yeah, Tim was on the husband. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's awesome.
And this takes place in Quincy, Illinois. So it's a state that doesn't begin with a C this time around.
I know, right? The Colorado and Connecticut.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So again, we normally don't do. We're not really a story mode type of show, but when we introduce a case again, we kind of just go through a quick background. So if you want to know more, there's other shows that go into much more detail. But for today, I think Shrak, you're ready to kind of give the folks a little background on this case. So let's get started.
So Becky Bernadette Pastor was born in November 19th, 1981. They call her AKA Becky as short. She was born in Quincy, Illinois. She graduated from Quincy Notre Dame High School. She was a valedictorian in her class. She received a bachelor's degree in biological science in Quincy University. Timothy, his name is, but they call him Tim for short. He was born between 1983 and 1984 in Illinois as well. He played football for Quincy University. He later became employed at the Quincy Farm Product. Tim and Becky married in 2009. They had 3 beautiful children together. She worked as a nurse in the Blessing Hospital in Quincy. She was nominated for the Disney Award.
Daisy Award, right?
Yep, Daisy Award. And she was recognized for her kindness and nurse provide to their patients. In 1929, Tim and several 2019, sorry. Tim and several of the family members appeared on the contestant of the game show Family Feud. The episode aired in January 2020. Watch party and dozens of local residents actually watched the show. The clip episode gained popularity online, including a clip where Tim stated that the worst mistake he made at the wedding was to say, "I do."
Yeah, so you guys got to watch that because
I know.
yeah, that's a good episode. It's kind of viral, but you can find it easily on YouTube.
Yeah, so imagine that is one of the questions. That's very interesting. So in January 2021, after 11 years of marriage, Tim filed for divorce from Becky. Divorce documents revealed that the couple argued almost every day. It's about money and custody of the kids. On March 22nd, Becky sent out a text message, and it said, "If something ever happens to me, please make sure that the number one interest is Tim."
So that's a little bit of a hint.
Yeah, exactly, and that was interesting that she sent that out. On February 20, 2023, 41-year-old Becky Bliefnick was shot 14 times in the middle of the night inside her Quincy, Illinois home. That must have been devastating. Her father actually was checking on her later that day after he was unable to reach her. He entered the home and saw Becky's breathless body on the bathroom floor. He immediately called 911. Becky's body was found on the bathroom floor. Becky had been shot 14 times with a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Pieces of shredded Aldi bags were found near Becky's body. They entered the home through the upstairs window, one of the children's bedroom, where they pried it open.
And just to let you guys know what they did find after further investigation, and we'll get into the case and the court and all that. But some of the items found at the house after the murder was Aldi bags, various types of gloves, shell casings. I believe that matched like a 9mm.
Right.
But the gun was originally given to him, I think, by Becky.
Becky, it was a gift from Becky.
And they asked him, she asked for the gun back. He said he was going to give it to her, never did. And
he said he didn't have the gun.
Well, yeah, what he said to authorities later, he didn't have the gun. Yeah. So just want to give that information. Also, they found in the search during the case that he made a lot of Google searches: how to open a door with a crowbar, how to make a homemade silencer, how to wash off gunpowder, and average Quincy Police Department response time.
So I hope some of the evidence is in here when we play the game.
I don't know. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to see. And then, another thing is, before the murder, they saw on camera, and many people saw, witness too, somebody ride around in this bicycle without any what do you call it, reflectors on
it. And that's the same one he purchased, correct?
They found a fake Facebook account named John Smith that was really Tim, doing an internet search for the bike for sale, that had no reflectors, that matched the bike that they found days after Becky was killed. So, and then let's wrap this up. Let's see what happened in terms of what happened to Tim here.
Tim was arrested without bail. He requested a speedy trial, and the prosecutors were trying to do the case within 90 days of his arrest. On May 31st, 2023, he was sentenced to life in prison for killing his ex-wife. He pleaded not guilty.
So, I've heard a couple things about this in terms of, the speedy trial that they wanted to have it go quickly. Sometimes that's in the benefit of the defendant, sometimes not. In this case, it backfired. But he really says, he's innocent. He goes on about it.
He requested, like, what was his reasoning behind requesting a speedy trial?
Yeah, that's so. If you're new to this channel, and thanks for bearing with us, because normally we don't go through like a story thing. We dive into a little bit deeper an aspect of the case. But we have what's called our virtual crime board. So what we do is we put things on the board that we're going to go through where we think is important, and we'll mark them as if they're fact, or if it's, sometimes we send it out to the folks watching our community. We put a poll out there, and then based on the results, we put community poll on here instead of fact. We put like community poll, what we all kind of agree, what we think what happened based on information we gathered. So here, there's a lot of facts. The murder occurred on February 23rd. Yes, Tim was the main suspect. He was convicted. It occurred in the house. The body was found in the bathroom, and they know how she was murdered. A motive. We'll get into that in a later episode. I just want to mention it. But anyhow, if you like where we're going and you like these types of cases, we ask you if you can subscribe. That help us out a lot.
Yeah, that'll be great.
We're trying to go out to Colorado to go to some key areas based on the Morphew case and the Chris Watts case. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by summertime. So we're trying really hard. So it's really important. If you do like what we're doing here and want to support us, we really, really appreciate it. So with that, we're going to go into the game. Are you ready to play some Family Feud?
I know. Like, I'm ready about to see how much money I'm going to
get. You're not. Okay, you're going to get $0. I know. I should have probably put a point system on here.
Yeah.
But anyhow, let's start off with. So remember, and I have strikes here. You could still get your 3 strikes.
Guilt. Oh, okay.
So hopefully I memorized this. I'm hoping. I think I did.
Okay, so we know
I might not have memorized it in order. I'm probably going to mess this up.
Okay,
but
so
we'll see. Go for it. Okay.
Okay, so the evidence. Come on, guys, you have to help me out.
So
we know what the gun.
The gun.
You know, a gun is like evidence.
I'm gonna blow this if I miss this. The gun. Is it this one? Ah, yeah, missing gun. You got one. Woohoo!
Nice. How much money did I get? Usually you have like a 10.
You got to get them all right.
Okay, so what other evidence that we had? Okay, what about the Aldi, the bags? The bags from Aldi. That's like.
So that was evidence that was at the home.
Yeah.
So you got another one. Woohoo! Oh, where's my applause thing? Do I still have that? I don't even know if I do. Yeah, there you go. Woohoo! All right. Woo!
Nice. I'm on a roll now.
You're on a roll.
Okay, so the bike. What about the bike? The bike is evidence because he actually had that bike with reflect, didn't have any reflectors on it.
I want to give you this one because that really goes to the fake account. So I will give it to you because the fake account was for the bike.
Okay.
So I want to give you that one.
Okay.
So you're doing good.
I'm doing excellent.
The number 6 is going to be really tough, but I ain't going to tell you what it is. All right, keep going.
What about his appearance?
Oh, my goodness. I had said, you cheating.
No, his appearance. Remember, he had the
his long hair. I didn't think you were going to get that one.
No, his appearance definitely shows it.
Yeah. I keep hitting the microphone. Wow.
And I had no idea what.
Wow, that's really good. You might do this with no strikes. I'm going to feel awful. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, so what else happened?
And she hasn't seen these answers. I've been keeping it secret.
Oh, yeah, the crowbar. I mean, for the window. Like he came in through the window.
Well, that's evidence at home. So you're going to get your first strike. No, we repeated it. I'm going to be strict here.
Oh, come on
your
now.
First strike.
So evidence at home. That would be still.
That's still the crowbar, but good thing. And +2, we didn't go through it.
The Family Feud when he said, I do. That has to be there.
No, that was before all that. Strike 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. You were doing so well.
I know.
Come on. There's one real obvious one. That's the biggest one. You still haven't hit it. Think about the case. Think about all the stuff that they found. What was the most incriminating?
Well, we talk about the missing gun was when she shot him 14 times. And what else? The blood on the bathroom floor, but that's still
All right. So I'll give you that one because that one is the DNA evidence. I know we didn't overly talk about that in this case, and maybe it's a little cheating because people don't know where that. I should have mentioned it. If people know the case, then you'll get that. If we didn't really overly cover it here. So actually, we didn't mention the DNA. We might have mentioned some blood, but not specifically. So that's our fault. If you're playing along, I'm sorry. That's a gimme, unless you know the case. Now you got number. This is exciting. The number one is the number one. Otherwise, you'd say X. And when you see it, you're going to be kicking yourself.
Yes,
what is the biggest? Don't cheat. Don't look at your notes. No. I'm going to flip this over right now.
No, that's not cheating.
Come on. What's the biggest thing? I know you know this.
I'm not thinking.
I'll give you a hint, and that's it. It was in one of the slides.
Oh, yeah, one of the slides.
You got 10 seconds.
So in one of the slides, they had
10, 9,
DNA.
8,
I just can't think of it right
7.
now. And then, of course, of all of that pressure, right?
I know. Well, you did good, but last chance.
Okay, so you said it's one of the slides.
Say it real quick.
Her body.
No.
All
right, everybody. You know what it is? This is I think is the biggest one. The incriminating internet searches. That was really bad. He basically said, what time does it take the police to get there? How you make a silence? All this other stuff. That was really incriminating.
Yeah, exactly.
So you did excellent, though. You got 5 out of 6. To be honest with you, you got all the tough ones. Because the last 2, 5 and 6, are more obscure.
Yeah.
When I think of it. So you did excellent. How did you guys do at home? I'm curious.
I know.
You know?
That'd be nice if you just paused it and
this is a game. There's no point. Down the road, it'd be nice to do a game and actually give away prizes. Hopefully get a little bit bigger where we can do that.
Yeah, that could be something we can do.
But here's a question I have for you guys out there. And the question of the day, I don't think we'll put this as a poll. You can put it in the comments. Tim insists that he is innocent. Do you agree with him? Do you think he was going to get, do you think he's going to get away with murder? So, I don't know, Shrock. I mean, my opinion is that with all that, how can you do all those internet searches, have the fake account, and say, "Oh, I didn't do it"? Well, okay. This is all I'm going to say, and then I'm going to pass it to you. If he didn't do it, with all that research and all that evidence, he had somebody else do it, which is just as bad. So, I mean, that's where I think. I don't think he's scot free. Like, that's my opinion. I won't go on about it because this frustrates me. But go ahead.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes, there's definitely a lot of evidence on Tim. He basically did the search, the internet search that was huge. I think that was just like one of the huge. The gun, it probably was her gun because it was a 9mm, and that's what she gave him as a gift.
Oh, really quickly, I was just thinking is that, how I'm going to start doing this magnet fishing, and I'll tell you guys about that another time. But you know how when you magnet fish, when you throw your magnet out in the water, you get a gun. I wonder if he did something like that. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if he went out there and did something, just threw the gun in the water or something like that.
Yeah, he could have done that. Of course, everyone gets rid of the evidence, right? I mean, that's go without saying.
Because the gun is a little hard to, I mean, you can hide it, but he knew he was going to get investigated, so he had to get rid of it. He buried it, threw it in the water, gave it to somebody he trusted. But that's all he was. And the whole thing is ridiculous. They found all this other stuff. It's obvious he's not innocent. He's guilty. But what do you guys think? Are we way off? I don't know.
There was some other evidence too, like camera. Remember, they actually saw him right.
Yeah, there's some other stuff. On this case, we wanted to bring it up to you because it's kind of like a lot of people are talking about it right now. We may have a show on motive. Unfortunately, what we usually do with the deep dives on data, as I go, myself and Shrock, we go through the court documents. We go through a lot of factual data, and we look at it, and we try to, come up with things that might add to the case or things that could be, missed or whatever.
Exactly.
Or to just help explain what's going on. But this one, it's still sealed, like the main document. Like, for example, Chris Watts, we got like almost 2,000 pages of documents, and if not more few, which frustrates you, which they had a lot more. That's hundreds. But here, I only have the appeal. I don't have the main document. But we'll keep this in our pocket, and we may talk about this again in the future.
Yeah, we just see how many views we have, and if it's something that they're interested, we definitely will go further.
Anything else before we...
What do you think, guys? We want to hear from you because you're our audience. We love y'all. So
yeah, let us
know, please.
And thank you for letting us stumble through this because we don't normally do the whole story thing. But, we like to bring some new cases and talk about it as well from time to time. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And until next time, we're going to have a lot more content in the future. We're going to do, we'll give them one little parting thing before we leave. Just to let you guys know that I don't know if it'll be May, but definitely June. We're going to start doing live chats one day a week, every week. And we're going to talk about the case like the week before. So if we have a episode that comes out Thursday or what have you, or Tuesday, whatever, the following day or the following time we meet, we're going to talk about those episodes and talk with you guys. So
that will be fun.
We're just trying to build up our community a little bit more, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have that every week. So be consistent. And everyone will know the topic that we're covering. Because I'm involved in other YouTube shows that are crime related too. And either they start off being about something, but it really wasn't. They go off the rails. Or it's really wide open. Ours will be more specific. Exactly. I think that'll be more targeted, be a little more fun.
Yeah.
Those other ones are fun too, but I like getting into specifics. That's what we're all about. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Good job, Shrock. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Studio 70.